Hey guys, I hope you're having a great week so far. So, for the lesson today, I want to talk about a few quick tips in helping all of us to master the writing of a resume. You see, if you're going for a job interview soon, you will know that one of the things that you must get ready for is your complete and professional resume. And it's a really challenging task to produce a good resume, a resume that will help you to stand out from the rest, especially if you want it to be impressive, to be concise at the same time, and also something unique with a personal voice. So that's where the learning takes place today. So I want you guys to take away some useful reminders and tips so that when you write your resume, you can incorporate some of these best practices to make your resume a professional one. So stay tuned for more. All right, let's check out this well-structured resume here. Now, just by a quick look of it, you probably realize that the layout is super clean, professional, and not cluttered with too many words. Because obviously you do not want to squeeze every piece of information into the resume and make it seem so messy. So layout is definitely very important. And over here, let's check out some of the features that make it stand out. So here you have the contact details, email address, your contact, and your LinkedIn profile URL. Even if you do not have a LinkedIn profile, you should absolutely create one, because LinkedIn profile is definitely one of the best ways to present yourself in the most professional light online and make yourself visible. And you might want to state your objective of the resume by making clear about the position that you're applying for right now. And you might want to also spell out the skills that you have that make you stand out from the rest. But the focus for the lesson today, it's about helping you to master the language of resume writing by teaching you some of the effective words and phrases that you can use to help you to basically present your work experience in a way that's very professional and not cliche. So you might be wondering, what are some of the words that I should be using to basically help myself to sound more professional, especially in describing your work experience under this category here? So take, for example, if imagine yourself being a business development director. So obviously you handle a lot of marketing projects and finance projects, and you might be someone who is in a position of leadership. So what are some of the words that you can use to bring out the best of your experience? So let's check out the first one. If you're leading a team, if you are a leader of some sorts, maybe the first word that you should be using is the word spearheading, spearheaded in past tense. So imagine if you are leading a team or a big project, this is a word that you can use. And what it means is you are leading. You are basically a leader in that project or venture. And when you talk about the results that you have produced, words like attain may sound more formal. Now, bear in mind, if your involvement in this project was in the past, then obviously you use past tense. But if you're currently involved in the project, then you obviously want to add ing to it to make it more present. Now, moving on, if you are someone who have thought about a big idea, you came up with a big strategy, you might want to use the word conceptualize to basically mean that you design, you come up with this idea or strategy. And if you are talking about your result in producing certain returns and certain big result, you can use this phrase drive growth, especially when you're dealing with financial figures or financial, or maybe some financial gains as well. So you might want to emphasize the results that you are producing. And how about your efficiency in redesigning the workflow? So words like optimize can sound very professional. So optimize, that means you are basically performing. You are making something that perform at the highest level. You can say optimize the workflow to rejuvenate the efficiency of my team. Now, another word here, rejuvenate, means you basically create some kind of refreshing experiences to basically revive, to basically bring new life to a team, especially when you talk about how you get rid of old processes to bring about new life, new energy, or new ideas to the team. So rejuvenate would be a very nice word to use. And then when you have launched or when you've done something, maybe the word here they're looking for here is executing. And again, when you are describing your unique results, and if obviously when you're trying to sell your experiences by emphasizing your results, because you want to be results oriented, right? So maybe words like this can be very useful. Surpass. So, say for example, you set a target and you have gone beyond that. So, surpass basically means you have gone beyond the initial target or any original targets that you have set. Another word that talks about result, yielding. So, words like attain, driving, executing, and yielding are basically words that are results oriented. Moving on, if you want to talk about your personal relationship with your clients and colleagues, maybe this word would be very, very useful, especially when you talk about how you're capable of handling difficult relationships, challenging relationships. Words like navigate, navigator. So to navigate the complex relationships means you are able to handle, cope with, and deal with the sensitivity of relationships. Because as we know at work, there's usually a lot of complex and difficult relationships that we have to maintain. So as a leader, as a competent worker, you would be someone who is capable of navigating the complex relationship at work. So that's a word that you can use. If you're someone who is very good at solving the problem, maybe words like troubleshooting can be very useful when you talk about how you can just solve the problems and deal with them efficiently. And last but not least, when you talk about your working relationship with other people, when you guys are collaborating on project, apart from the word collaborate, you can use the word coordinate. For instance, coordinated simultaneous project with international clients. So there you have it. These are some of the words that are not too commonly used by too many people. So you might want to consider using some of these words to basically sound more confident, professional, and avoid being too common and cliche when you are presenting the language here. So I hope you find some of these words very useful, and especially when you're going for your job interview next time, consider using some of these words to basically help you stand out from the rest.